What's up, y'all? Welcome to another week on the Body Bags. Monday host here, Dubbles. Got an interesting flick that I had never really heard of before, but I really loved the cover and thought it was cool as shit. But anyways, it's from 1989, and that is Grandmother's House. um, basically, two orphans together, a brother and a little bit older sister, older teen, are adopted um, by their grandparents and end up living with them on their farm. So as soon as they get there, they kind of get off to a rocky start, and the course of the trouble and the time ends up getting worse for them. So yeah, you have the creepy grandfather played by Lynn. Oh damn, what's his name? Lynn Lesser. Oh yeah, Uncle Leo on Seinfeld, if you've ever watched that, and there's a few other flicks he's been in and stuff. Yeah, he does a good performance as a creepy grandpa. Um, but yeah, one night the younger kid wakes up, younger son, and ends up seeing what looks to be a body dragged in by his grandparents in, basically a body bag wrapped in plastic. So sees him unloading the car and bringing this in the house his grandparents. So he, of course, freaks out, and they just kind of try to investigate their grandparents and figure out what the hell's going on. So that's the basic plot of the movie. Semi-original plot, I suppose. Maybe not as far as the acts and some of the delivery of it, but in the setting and stuff, I kind of, how it very slightly influenced maybe a movie like The Visit, or those kind of grandma kind of flicks, I guess. I'm not sure how many there are out there, but anyways, this movie just felt like it had so much potential and just fell short. Really cool late '80s soundtrack. Just a really catchy main theme title. Reminiscent of something like you'd hear in a Deep Red or a Phantasm. Like I said, on a very low budget scale, don't grade it on that quality music, but I mean, as far as the melody, it has that cool little, haunting melody going on and stuff. So I think it's, like I said, it had that going for it. It had a cool setting. Um, this cool old house, this big ass farm, but they didn't really take advantage of the atmosphere. I felt like there was not a whole lot of atmosphere to this flick. Like, I've seen a lot of movies from this era, late '80s, something like American Gothic, Mountaintop Motel Massacre, just flicks like that, little kind of quirky, oddball late '80s ones, Parents, that are really atmospheric and actually could pull off the creepy vibe very well. And I feel like this movie was trying to do that maybe, but it just really came up short in that aspect. So the pretty decent acting. I'm not sure about the grandmas. It kind of seemed like the pacing and the timing was off. It's almost like they dubbed her slower than everybody else. The back and forth, the responses seemed delayed at some of their conversations. So I didn't know, that just kind of threw me off. But I mean, that was just a few scenes here and there. But said the grandpa did a great job. His performance, with what he had to work with, I feel like the writing could have just been more creative in this one. Took some other twists and turns, and it has not giving anything away, but it has a twist ending, which I guess can say the word twist, but yeah, I was just disappointed in that aspect. little let down with the ending, but it could have just been me personally. Like to see a little more shocking ending, a little more unexpected. But yeah. And as I'm saying these things, I end up reading on the back. This is from the writer of Waterworld. So you know that might have been some of the issues with the writing going on. Like I said, as far as like the acting and the setting and stuff, it could have really had potential and stuff. It's not a bad flick overall. Like I said, it does have its pluses. It's watchable. It almost just feels like a TV movie. It's just a mild horror flick, so, and it really tries to come off as a serious one, and I don't know, it just doesn't deliver the scares or the haunting atmosphere or stuff like that much. You do have got to mention Brink Stevens is in this. You do have a Scream Queen. Um, if you like these late 80s, just kind of quirky, different slashers, give it a shot, give it a watch. It's definitely not on par with a Stepfather or something else of that era. But give it a watch. But I'd give it a probably 6 out of 10. Decent flick. I'll probably give it a rewatch further down the line. But yeah, slightly disappointed in that one. But anyways, y'all, as always, appreciate y'all watching. Peace.